disabled CEO noticed something strange about the new maid. She didn't treat him like a disabled man. She didn't even treat him like a human. To test his leg, she grinned and pinched it hard. Her reckless move shocked him. Paying or not, his anger exploded. Meanwhile, his brother watched through surveillance. Tears filled his eyes instantly. He thought his brother finally accepted a maid. After all, 88 had failed before. She was the 89th. At that moment, the CEO called. He ordered her to be fired immediately, but the brother refused silently. He saw something different. The lifeless man had finally come alive. Instead of firing her, he rewarded her generously. $100,000. The girl stared at her phone in shock. Money came too easily. The next day, she returned for massage duty, but the CEO hid like a child. So, she unleashed a sonic scream. Her shout shook the entire villa. She searched for a full hour, turning the house upside down. Even the trash cans were checked, but he was nowhere to be found. The CEO watched through cameras calmly. He saw her running like a headless fly. He thought he had escaped, but danger was already behind him. The girl appeared silently, a sly smile on her lips. Massage time. He ignored her and tried to leave, but she grabbed him instantly. No matter how he controlled the chair, the wheels spun uselessly. Smoke almost came out. He shouted for her to let go. She calmly replied she already had. He turned back in disbelief. The truth hit him hard. She had removed the battery. His anger nearly broke his limits. He tried to move manually, but she stepped on the brake. Then she grinned victoriously. Now you can't escape. The girl decided to win him through food. She prepared a full table of dishes. The CEO immediately started criticizing. Meat was too greasy. Fish had bones. Everything was wrong. She endured and cooked again. But he simply said no appetite. He wheeled away coldly. That was the final straw. She sat down and ate happily herself. At that moment, the brother returned. She pulled him to join. They devoured everything joyfully. The brother praised her cooking highly, saying the CEO was missing out. She casually asked about his preferences. The brother listed endless taboos. She sighed at his pickiness. Surviving like this was a miracle. So she changed strategy. She let him starve for a day, then served a pancake. The CEO sneered again, calling it street trash. She calmly made a sandwich. The aroma filled the room. He still refused stubbornly. Then fate betrayed him. The brother walked in casually. He grabbed the pancake instantly and devoured it happily. The CEO swallowed hard. He wanted it badly, but pride held him back. He watched helplessly. Both dishes disappeared. Frustration burned inside him. He turned and left coldly. Only then the brother realized. The CEO hadn't eaten. The girl smiled mysteriously. Starve him 2 days. He will eat anything. The brother looked at her in awe. He thought she was a genius. The little maid decided to cure the CEO's picky eating habit in the most brutal way. She starved him for 3 entire days. By the time he was weak and dizzy, he finally couldn't hold on anymore. Yet he still acted proud. He complained the steak plating wasn't elegant enough. The girl didn't argue. She picked up the steak and ate it herself. She ignored the starving man behind her. The CEO clutched his stomach in silence. He thought she would cook again, but she only cleaned the table calmly, just to ease her own guilt. Despair hit the CEO instantly. He tried to leave in anger, but after a few steps, he realized the battery was gone again. Before he could explode, the girl stuffed a lollipop into his mouth. Then she massaged his legs proudly, saying she found it in the fridge, probably left by his brother. The CEO froze instantly. He forced a smile and asked about the expiration date. The girl shook her head innocently. The CEO smiled even wider. His brother last ate candy here at 15. The girl asked his current age carefully. He said 25 without blinking. The girl reacted instantly. She threw the decade-old candy away. Afraid he'd get mad, she made up nonsense quickly, claiming fridge food had no limit. Even 5-year-old pork was still there. The CEO stared at her silently. That night, hunger took over. He secretly went to the kitchen, opened the fridge carefully, and found a bowl of fried rice, left there on purpose. He heated it quickly, then devoured it like a starving wolf. To him, it was heaven. Not far away, the girl watched secretly. She smirked with satisfaction. No picky eater survives 3 days of hunger. If they do, then starve them 6 days. The next morning changed everything. The CEO tasted her breakfast. It was unbelievably delicious. For the first time ever, he considered letting her stay. as long as she stopped removing batteries. Just then, the doorbell rang. The girl ran to open it happily. A man claiming to be the CEO's friend appeared. She led him inside politely. But the moment the CEO was gone, the man revealed his true face. He mocked the CEO mercilessly, even insulted the maid's status. The girl's anger surged. She almost smashed him with a pan, but she held back. Instead, she guarded the study door, pretending to clean, watching him closely. Soon, chaos erupted inside. Crashing sounds echoed. The girl rushed in instantly. The room was a mess. The man humiliated the CEO openly, even tried to seize power on video call. He arrogantly told him to step down. The CEO stood at the edge of defeat, but the girl exploded. She kicked the man to the ground. He screamed in rage, calling her ignorant. The girl sneered coldly. She pressed a button on the wheelchair. In the next second, black-clad guards flooded in. They surrounded the room completely. The girl gave a single order: throw him out like trash. The man burst into laughter. He thought she had no authority, but the next second, the guards carried him out mercilessly.